Hey guys, good morning. Welcome to the channel. Haven't got much time this morning to YouTube on any particular topic, but just a few updates on the shop. I'm going to source a courier for my English customers, so that should simplify things. I have some very good English customers, so get in touch. Also get in touch about the guiding and stuff. We need to sort accommodation as early as possible. Be mindful that the guiding, like, it is totally dependent on my health, right? My health is still not 100%. I may only be able to do 4 hour sessions, but in 4 hours I can show you enough of the coastline for you to go ahead and fish on into darkness, or on into the morning, or whatever you want to do. I certainly put you on 2 or 3 marks where there will definitely be some fish hanging around, um, if this season turns out to be any use, right? um, which I'm sure it will, actually, to be honest with you. I'm sure it's going to go pretty well. A couple of things. I love Anglers Only Kit. I think it's fantastic. I love the ethos. The guy who runs it is a lovely, lovely guy. He's similar to myself. It's a small little, not, he's a lot bigger than I am, but he's doing it himself, and I want to support that. I like the kit. I like to wear it. I like the hats. They look cool, and they're very, very, like, you need a peaked cap. So, is that something you'd be interested in having in store? Would you? It would save buying in from the UK, because of the Brexit mess. I'll import it, and then you can buy it in euro or whatever. What else? Oh yeah, I have a bunch of lures coming from FISHUS. So starting with Lorenzo's lures later in the week, hopefully they will arrive. I have another big order coming from Ultimate Fishing. So lots of top range tackle. I've got some new Megabass lures that look the absolute mutts nuts. The Kirinji, it's just looks fantastic. It's kind of a subsurface, just a walker. Oh, phew. When I saw it, I was like, oh, that's a savage hard lure. Um, the FISHUS stuff I'm really excited about. And I also I've opened a Flashmere account, so I'm going to have some dual stuff coming. I'm going to have some stuff for the trout guys. We're going to be doing the show on the 4th and 5th of May, so come and see us. We have a saltwater section. Cormac Walsh is, who I'm sure you all know, is organising a saltwater component to that fly fishing show. I'm going to be demonstrating some lures and some surface lures, so you're going to see some big rainbows smashing dead claws and stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, I just I'm in a rush this morning. I got to get to Dublin to see my uncle who's not very well. So I'm gonna drive my dad up there this morning. So that's it, guys. Oh, the other thing is, can I just ask people, please? I know loads of people message me and say, "I watch your channel every day." Like, I hate to ask you this, right? But even if you just say hi, like, it makes an enormous difference to me, because it's an algorithm and we get to beat the machine then, right? Because it'll, once the more likes and, you know hellos I get, the more notices it'll get, and the more it'll push. When somebody types in fishing, it'll push me, right? Like, I know it's cynical, right? But it's the world we live in, and like, I'm just a one man small little operation. Like, how I started this business was by selling all my fishing gear. I was lying in bed. I'd been in bed for 2 years with long COVID, and I literally sold everything I owned. I'd run out of money. I'd run out of sick pay. I was dependent at 50 years of age. I was dependent on my parent again. My elderly father, who I'd moved home to look after, was looking after me. And I thought, no, 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 no. I'd be dead sooner than have this happen. So that's what I did. And like, so many people get on to me and say, I watch your channel, it's fantastic, I really enjoy listening to you. So just do me a little favor, subscribe, hit like, say hello, make a comment, you know, get involved, because the more of that happens, the further it'll push my channel, and the more coverage I get, the more customers I'll pick up, the bigger the business will grow, all of those things. And on top of that, most importantly, the wider the ethos will spread, right? This idea that, like, chill out, like, be nice, play cool, like, turn the volume down. Like, fishing is meant to be fun and friendly, and it's meant to be the happy place, you know. And there's a lot of abrasive stuff going on, like a lot of ego and elitism, and I'm a hardcore angler and I got this and I caught that. And I just, you know, I'm 52. I'm glad to be alive. Like, you know, like, what's your secret, Pat? Well, I tell you what I'll do, right? It's really, really complicated. I go to the sea, I face towards the water, and I cast the lure as many times as I possibly can. You know? Like, the art of bass fishing is finding fish, right? You know, somebody asked a really good question the other day: is, do anglers catch fish or do lures catch fish? And the answer is both, right? You've got to find the fish, and once you've found them, you've got to have the right equipment, right? And it's totally fad driven, like, you know, the advertising works, right? Like, guys go, oh no, I'll only fish with this. Like, a sidewinder sand eel will absolutely smash fish. Look at what the commercial boys do with them. You know, like, don't get sucked in by the nonsense, is what I would say to you. Like, look at that thing. That thing's as nearly as old as I am, right? That's tide minnow surf. Right? If you look on my Instagram, there's a picture of me with a rather chunky 72, looking rather chuffed with myself. That's what he had in brown water, totally brown water, right? So whilst all the new lures might be very fancy and all the rest of it, the old school lures still work just as well. I mean, there was a time when that was the new school, right? You see that action there? That's the action they want. So I've shared a couple of posts this morning from FISHUS, right? I've shared the wobbly and the Don Baloney and the Espetite. They're all going to arrive. I have some other baits going to arrive from that company, and I'm going to expand that range all the time, right? So if there's FISHUS stuff that you want, drop me a message or WhatsApp me. But please WhatsApp me in business hours, like, you know, I need a rest too. So if it's after 6 o'clock, like, you know, I'm probably not going to reply because I have to rest. Like, you know, I'm starting to get exhausted again, and that's not a good thing. Um, and thanks so much for your support. I mean, like, the stuff that's, you know, somebody just posted on Facebook today, Tony Slaters, and like, I spoke to Tony for quite a while on the phone, and he's clearly a very knowledgeable angler, and actually learned from listening to him about some of the little tricks he's using. And I thought, oh well, it's super interesting, right? And I've got a new method of fishing that I want to show you and discuss with you. So we're going to get that done hopefully later on in the week, but I just don't have time today. I've got to get myself to Dublin to see my uncle, who's been wheelchair bound all his life. He was a doctor, and he fell ill, and he's shouldered it like nobody I know. He's an incredible man. I love him very dearly. So I have to go and see him today, and so that's going to take up the day. So I don't have time for YouTubing or whatever. But we'll be back. We'll be back soon. We'll be back tomorrow or the day after. So thanks again for all your support. Thanks a million for supporting the shop. I'm blown away by the sales figures. It's incredible. it's hard to keep up with packing the boxes, right? Clearly, people can see quality and they know that I understand the lures and that I sell lures that work. And I pick very specifically. I pick the range stuff, you know, because it's stuff I know, and I know that it works, and I know where it works and when it works and why it works in that way where it works. So, and I will explain all that stuff with all of the products as they go. And I'm totally fine with one-to-one engagements. Like, if you want to give me a ring on the phone during business hours, absolutely, ring away. And let's talk you through your order, help you out with anything you need to know. Hope that was helpful. I know it's short this morning, but I really am. I'm flat the mat. So we've got some BKK on the way as well. The fast naps are coming. Some other really interesting hooks and stuff that I want to show you and talk to you about. And that's it. Okay, so have a great day, folks. Tight lines. The weather's improving. I'm actually booked for a day's pike fishing on Thursday. I can't wait. I'm not super confident, but maybe. You never know. Tight lines, everybody.